Yo, morning, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to be getting on with a bit of first fix. So we're going to be first fixing this room, more concentrating on the lighting because Sean is on a massive landscaping job and he reckons it's going to be tipping it down with rain tomorrow. And at the minute it is glorious sunshine, but it does mean I am under the cosh a little bit. So I've got Jack with me, fresh back from his holiday. And today we're going to put some downlight cables in. Now you will notice this is all battened out. I'll go through the process of that a little bit later on. I've also got some routing that needs to happen for these walls because this house is being done to a super high standard. As you can tell, we have got a lot of ply on here. There is going to be all overboard and all the rest of it. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why we've gone about doing it this way. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. Link is in the corner and we share hints and tips and also some electrical disasters along the way. Okay, so layout in the room. This is going to be one of the bedrooms up here. So we have got, there's going to be 4 downlights in here. There's not going to be any more because it will be way overkill. So doorway is coming in like that, up against this wall. We have got a socket down there that is coming in, so we've got a socket like back to back as such. We've got sockets on this wall, so we've got a socket there. We've got data networking coming in, and we've also got another socket just there, and then just this side of the wall here we've got another socket that's going to be coming through. So Jackie's going to be getting on with using the router, so we're going to go through that. So we're going to get the router on the go because we're going to be using fast fix boxes or dry liners. If we don't cut these out as a larger hole on the ply, it will cause a problem later on moving forward for when you're putting your back boxes on for the plasterboard. And then up here, so on the ceiling, you'll notice that Jim's already battened down and these are 400 centres on here. So well, that means you've got 400 to the centre of each one of these. And I need to create a bit of a void. So we're then going to overlay some strips on top of this to give me enough void to get my downlights in and then run all the cables. The reason why we're doing this is because we've got insulation and the insulation cannot be pierced all the way through because that will give you a cold spot. So what Jack's now, he's just got the drill sorted. So he is going to be drilling down for the stud work, getting all that bit sorted. Oh yeah, and then this is basically just like a boxing in area because there is a log burner and the flue will be going through this area, and it's a twin wall flue before everyone starts panicking going, that room's going to be absolutely roasting. Well, it's a twin wall. It's the right thing for the job. As you can see actually there, a bit of it up there. So yes, so we'll get that router on the go and start cutting out. So I've just explained this to Jack and I thought I might as well explain it to you guys as well. So I'm going to get Jack to do all these. So this is the actual socket where we need the actual cutout, so this one here. So we've gone centre of this stud work, so let's say we've got 400 centres, so from that end to this line here. So we've measured 200 mil in, so 200 millimetres in. We've gone 450 mil from the floor up to this part, which is part M of the building regs. So we drew that out, and then what I've done is just used the back box itself and just drew round the outside of that like this. So Jack's going to cut this bit out, and then when the fast fix box goes on, when the plasterboard's on, the tabs that go in aren't going to get caught on this, because if not, there is a way, I can show you later on a way of actually getting around that, but we might as well do it properly now, and I'll explain this to Jack at the same time. So Jack, if you get the spade bit then, and drill that through like here, yep. So then you'll give you that corner, and then run the router round, and you should be able to get that out in one piece. Okay, so Jack's now done a wonderful job. That's the first time he's ever used that router, in fairness, but if you can see now where it's much bigger, so we get that dry lining box in, so we've got our level line all the way through, and then Jack's done so well, he's straight on to the next one. So as for downlights, I know I originally said a moment ago that there's only going to be 4 in here, but because of the layout, I eat my words. It's a real world channel, it's going to have to be 5. All right, don't just wind your neck in, all right? So there's gonna be 5 going in because of this. So what I've done is I've got 3 along here, and then 2 in this bit here. So what I've then done is leveled them all up. So we've got, so how I've done it, I've split the room in half, which gives me 1735 to my centre line, and then I've transferred that over to on this wall, and then on this wall I've measured my gap from here to there, which is a 743, yeah, oh, 740. So I thought, do you know what, if I mirror that on this end of a 740, so over that bed that gap will look perfect, and then I've got a 740 on this side and a 740 on this side, so the whole thing will be absolutely spot on. So now we're on to running some cables while Jack's chasing these bits out. Okay, so we've now got the downlights in, so we've just taped to basically there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we've used our stapler, so we've got the Milwaukee stapler this time, rather than the DeWalt one. It does really pinch in nice and tight. So what we've done is we've stapled up along this, we've used the original ceiling joists which are on there. Like I say, we're going to be battening these down, and then so where that 1735 is, just there, effectively that's going to sit like that where the downlights are at 600 mil. So it's actually like there, so it's not directly underneath that, because that would be pretty stupid. So Jack's got the holes all chased in, so that's done that one, and that one. So we've got to push the wire in. So for now, I've got to now start thinking about getting my cables across. So he's into this bedroom now, so he's just setting up a sight light, because obviously you can't see in there very well because there's no window at the minute. The window with a big W behind Jack's head, that is going to be the window. There will be some natural light in there. So we've drilled down here to get our feed through, so we're going to drop down, put that cable back down through there, and then we're going to run along and then jump up where Jack is at that point. He's just about to cut through for the light switch, which is going to be here, because like I said, the doorway is this way on there. So remember what I said about the double, so one either side of there. So we've got that lot to do. Jack's got one in that corner, one in that corner, and then we are good to go. So this is the other end of the cable, that is just here. So now we're going to run it down that way, down all our pre-drilled holes, which is fantastic. Going down here and then just there. So we've now got our other hole just to that bit there. That's up to that light switch. So I'm going to start pulling some cable through from down there, get it all ran in, back up to Jack. So we're now coming into this room, and essentially it's the same drill. So Jack's just going to be cutting all these out. We've just got to get these downlights in. Now, like I say, Jim's battened all these out, but it's a slight different change. Well, it's a change in direction for the battens that he's put on. So hopefully it shouldn't make too much difference, but essentially it'll be the same as like a mirror image of both sides. So we've got that cable run through, so it's gone down that side and then back up into what will be here. So I've already drilled through into my head, so now I've got to get fish that over the top, which I'm doing. So cable wise, so we're using Earthshore from Doncaster. It is pre-sleeved. Brilliant bit of kit it is. So I absolutely love the cable. I think it is definitely the premium on the market. It's not a sponsored jobby from them at all. It's just a really good bit of kit that I've really, do enjoy using. So yeah, so we're going to get on with whacking all that in now. So yeah, so there's loads to do in that sense. So Jack's, like I say, he's just going to go and chop all these bits in. So like I said, I've got data and all the rest of it. Just spoke to the customer. So we've now got intermediate switches going in. So I now know what needs to be done in the hallway. But first and foremost, need to measure all these out and see if I can mirror that room, which would be amazing. Okay, so downlights are in. So we've gone, again, 5. We couldn't do the same configuration as such. Partially the same. So we've still got 5 in here, but the measurements are slightly different. Now, as I've said previously on the previous video, is that maps. Now, we need to do a map for all these rooms because I'm a nightmare, I'll be honest with you. I keep forgetting, and then I'll go to the lads, oh, boys, before you board this, make sure you do a map. And then for some reason, it, you know, lost in communication and all the rest of it. And then I end up going, oh, boys, we made a mistake, which is a bit stupid. So Jack has now cut out these, so I can now get all our cables through in position. So we've got the loop feed through now into here. So we've now got a light switch and 2 loops. So for those of you who don't know what a loop feed is our permanent live neutral, and we've got our earth in there, so it's coming up and out, and then we've got to this point now, because this room here is going to be like a library area on the top of the landing. So the light switch is going to be here for that, and then we're going to have, same in that location, we'll have the 2-way for the upstairs as well. So yeah, so loads going on. So now we're just going to get on with stapling these. So in here, we've got, Jack is in the other side of the room, but so what we're going to do is going to staple this up. So we've got our cable in place, and then that's not going to get caught or pinched. So it's out of the way, because there's a lot of insulation that's going to be going in. So you'll notice that that is a single cable, because these rooms, this room and that room is on its own radial. We've chose radials rather than rings for this, because I think it'll actually be more suited, because we're kind of moving away from rings unless it's in the kitchen anyway. And then we'll have another ring for the library area, and then a hallway if there's another socket going on there, but I don't think there is. So Jack now is just getting on with marking out for all the chases, because we've got 3 double knockout boxes to go in for those. So he's getting on with that bit. So again here, we've now got to get, so this one will be through to this side, and then that one will go through here, and then we need basically the loop between the 2. So I might be able to just bend that in such a way, like a bit like that, and then that can be taped to that one, and then that will do that side and this side. Okay, so Jack has now got on with the chasing, so they're ready for the back boxes, so that'll be pretty much all sorted. And as promised, I have done a map this time, and I've sorted it out. I've been a good boy, and I'm just going to show you quickly the map. So in here, so I've got the basic layout of the room. So we've got an entrance, so you always make sure you've got some sort of reference. So entrance door, window over here, and then this is the boxing in, which is this bit that we're actually stapled to. So essentially what we've got is 2 downlights in here, 3 across here. So we've got 1735 from that outside wall to here, 740 from that wall, and 600 mil, which will be the 2, and then repeated on this side. So we've got 740, and then that'll be another 740 that way. And it makes a massive difference by having that. It means that the lads can then overboard the ceilings, and they can basically wrap these up so they can be like here as such, while I'm drilling out like that, and they can overboard the ceiling, and yeah, haven't got to worry about it. So the lads, apparently it's supposed to hammer it down tomorrow, so if it hammers it down, it means that the lads are going to be here getting on with all the boarding, so they can get all that boarding done for the ceilings and these rooms, which will be amazing and a big push forward. So we've also got, so Jack tomorrow is going to be getting on with wallpaper stripping, getting that off, because that needs to go, because obviously you're going to be wet plaster trade for any of the external walls, and obviously then we've got the normal skimming as such. So yeah, so pretty much all ready to rock and roll. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you do. If you've learned something, or you actually think that, do you know what, it was quite entertaining, then make sure you subscribe, and we shall see you tomorrow.